Malta. This beautiful, tiny Mediterranean island has a remarkable past. For hundreds of years, it has been at the centre of Mediterranean history. In 1800, Malta came under British rule, and for the next 100 years, it grew in importance. By 1890, the British Mediterranean Fleet, based at Malta, had grown to be the largest and the most powerful squadron of the Royal Navy. For some of the many British and Commonwealth servicemen stationed on the island, Malta would be their final resting place. In 1914, the world went to war, and few places contributed more than the little island of Malta. Soon known as the Nurse of the Mediterranean, hospitals were established and medical staff arrived to care for the sick and wounded. In April 1915, British, French and Anzac forces invaded Gallipoli, and for 9 months the fighting raged. Hospital ships brought thousands of wounded and sick straight off the battlefields to Malta. By the time the campaign was abandoned, there were almost 15,000 men being cared for on Malta. By the end of the First World War, well over 100,000 servicemen and women had been cared for by the Nurse of the Mediterranean. More than 1,900 died on the island during the war, of injury or accident, illness or wounds, and today they lie in commission cemeteries across the island. But Malta's darkest days were yet to come. During the Second World War, Malta was a vital British asset in the Mediterranean, with RAF aircraft and Royal Navy ships and submarines based here to raid enemy shipping. But in June 1940, when Italy declared war, Malta was surrounded and threatened from all sides, a lone fortress in the Mediterranean Sea. From 11th of June 1940, Malta was besieged. For 2 years, Italian and German aircraft attacked, and the island became the most bombed place on Earth. Critically, the vital supply convoys that kept the island in the fight were attacked and sunk. One of the darkest months in the Mediterranean during the entire war was November 1941, when the powerful British battleship HMS Barham and the aircraft carrier HMS Ark Royal were both lost. All the while, the bombing continued, and the cost to the defenders and the people of Malta grew day by day. But the Maltese people were undaunted, and in April 1942, the island was awarded the George Cross for bravery. However, the danger was far from over. The island was now desperately low on vital supplies, especially food and fuel. So in August 1942, the British launched Operation Pedestal, the greatest convoy of the war. For 4 days and 3 nights they were attacked. Half of the merchant fleet and the aircraft carrier HMS Eagle were lost, but enough of the vital supplies made it through. Soon the Allied fightback began. Holding Fortress Malta had come at a high price. Those service personnel who fought and died are buried in 13 beautiful commission cemeteries across the island. In 1954, Queen Elizabeth II unveiled the Malta Memorial, commemorating airmen who have no known grave. Today, we work to maintain these remarkable places of remembrance, ensuring that those who died are never forgotten.